Hey guys, this is Rubius5991 here, and today I have two guests with me.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, this is JKR.
And this is H2AK0N.
And today we're finally getting around to doing the Q&A answer video. It's kind of taking us a bit longer, but I mean, you know, school and other stuff tends to get in the way. But we're finally going to get around to answering your questions, guys, to wrap up our anniversary celebration. So, you guys good to get started on it right away?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So our very first question comes from POSL Entertainment. It's actually a three-part question, so I think we can tackle this one at a time there. I'll read these ones out. So the first part of the question is, how many maps do you get submitted a week? So do you guys mind if I take the lead on this one then?
Yeah, sure. I have no
All
idea.
right, well, it's kind of a tricky question to answer because of the constant fluctuation in submissions. But I mean, like, some weeks we'll get like 4 or 5 maps submitted to us, but I mean, when we started there, sometimes we could get like around 20 of them. So it's kind of hard to judge. But I looked into the database of maps earlier, and I found that we currently have over 500 maps submitted to us. So if we want to give like a general answer from when we started accepting maps back in like December, that means we've had about 47 weeks of maps that have been submitted to us. So after doing all the math there, that's about 11 maps a week. And on that note, I'm glad to say that out of the 500 there, we've managed to feature around like 100 of them. So that's like 1 out of 5. I'm pretty happy with that kind of a ratio, to be honest.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
awesome.
So like we're definitely glad to show all of the community's awesome work. So I think that generally answers that question.
Huh.
Yeah, and for any of you guys that have been wondering why your maps haven't, like, you submitted them and they wonder why they haven't been featured yet, that's why. They're on a list of like 400 maps we need to get around to.
I think I calculated it. Out of the around 500, we've played about 370 of them, which that in itself I'm pretty proud of as well. That's a big number.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so I'll move along to part 2 of that question. So why did Robius make the OnlineKnights group on the first place? So H2AK0N there. I hope you don't mind. JKR and I will kind of go ahead with this one.
I have no idea. I joined late on this one.
Why did you make?
All right, well JKR, you can jump in too at one point there, but the way I remember it was, like, I mean, you and I kind of set this up together. So basically, OnlineKnights was like an idea that we came up with in like our last year of high school. It was just kind of like with a group of friends. We wanted to run a YouTube channel, kind of like a machinima style thing with a lot of different content. And I already had a little bit of YouTube experience with some other channels in the past, but this was like, my first time I wanted to go at it with like a group of friends. So I took the main lead with all the recording and editing to start off with, and JKR did like all of our art, our designing, our intro, all that stuff that the channel really wouldn't have picked up without. So, but I think like originally we were supposed to have more people helping us, but it kind of just ended up getting to a smaller team of a few people, and kind of went with Halo. Like, anything you want to add, JKR?
Yeah, we started out. We had to figure out a name. Then I figured out OnlineKnights.
I think
right?
so. Yeah, we went through like a list of like 30
something
names.
like that. Yeah, in a whole
There's
list.
some pretty
of
stupid ones in there. Oh man, good times. But yeah, I guess, I mean, there's not much else to say about it. It's just kind of like a spontaneous thing that's developed into something fun for us to do. Okay, so for part 3 of that question, we have, where are each of you from? So as I imagine a lot of you already know, I'm from Canada. I think I've mentioned that once or twice, and I'll let the other guys go ahead now and answer that.
Yeah,
I'm from Canada as well, near Robius5991 also.
Yeah, JKR and I know each other in real life, so that would... There's another little tidbit.
Real life. What is real life like?
It's like the internet, but it's not. It's the outer
There
net.
you go.
So it's slightly
All right,
different.
so I don't think anybody knows where you're from, H2AK0N, so you might have to enlighten them.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, my voice is so hard to tell where my accent is from. Like, a lot of people don't get it. Turns out I'm actually from Britain. It's like it's a big surprise. Like, I probably should ask you guys to sit down before I told you that.
And I forgot to mention at the beginning, unfortunately, our 4th main content creator, Griffin Guy 007, couldn't join us today. Just, things just tend to get in the way there, little issues, but
yeah, he's from
Australia. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't do too much commentary stuff right now, but he's doing a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, and he's going to have a big project coming out, so he's our little Aussie guy from down under. All right, so H2AK0N, I think that wraps up the POSL entertainment questions. You want to take it up?
Yeah. So next question we had was from, I don't even know how to pronounce this, dino@charter.net. I think that's how I'm gonna
All
say
right,
it.
we can go with that.
And he asked, "What are our top 3 wishes for Halo 5?" So who wants to go first on that one?
Okay, well, my top wish is Forge Planet. So you have a whole planet where you get to select an area where you want to forge, and the radius of that area can affect your forge budget. So if you have a bigger area of selection, you'll have a smaller budget, but if your selection's smaller, you'll have a bigger
Yeah, I
budget.
remember you made like this whole list
So-
about that information, right?
Yeah, I have a picture on the
I can
Facebook
try to put the
too.
picture in on the video too, so people get a small idea of what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'll send it
All
to
right,
you.
cool. H2AK0N, you want to, or did you have any other wishes, JKR?
No, that's just my wish.
I guess if we do 1 each, then that's
Oh, there
3.
you go.
So
That works. All right, go ahead.
yeah. For me, I think probably my top wish is something that leads to a revival of the community. Like, it's no secret that the Halo community's dying over time.
Destiny.
And yes, that with other games like Destiny contributing to that. And so I think for me, one of the biggest things would be for the community to like pick up on numbers again. Just because like without a community, that the game is just going to be terrible. No one will be in matchmaking. Customs will fall apart. And then there's just no point forging. So for me, that's definitely the biggest thing.
All right, and then for me, I would have to say it's similar to yours. I would say fix the custom game options, because for me that was one of the saddest things when I got Halo 4, was just seeing how limited it was compared to Reach. Like, I think we had so many more options for what we could do with Reach's custom games and just modifying everything. So I think if they tried to just match that, if not do better than Reach, that would be spectacular for the customs community, and I think that would help with what you're saying there, a general revival of it all.
Yeah, we need some innovation.
Yeah, we do. All right, so we'll move along now. The next question is by Gimme $20. And it is, when did you guys become interested in Forge? So, if you guys don't mind there, I'll go ahead. I got interested in Forge briefly in Halo 3. I really didn't have any of the Candace DLCs though or anything, so I'd mainly just forged while I was at a friend's house because he had, all the DLCs and stuff. But when Reach came around, I got more into it. I did a lot of those maps, but when you start forging, they're just like poor quality. But I like the ideas of it. I just really didn't have the skill to do it properly, and I guess if you want to say like more intensely into forging and more successfully, it was mainly in Halo 4 for me, because that's when I got to get my abilities higher, learn from a lot of other people in the community, and just get better.
Yeah, for me it was Halo 3 also. And then when I saw Halo Reach on like the E3 stuff, right? I was amazed.
That was cool.
Everything you could do.
Yeah.
I think I pooped my pants.
That'll make it to the final version.
Yeah, definitely. For me, I think even though I did have Halo 3 and I did mess around in Forge a bit, to be honest, I wouldn't really class that as forging. It's more like spinning around a crate madly trying to get it the right way up. I was just completely terrible at that point. Probably about midway through Halo. Yeah, like midway through Halo Reach, I started actually like getting into it. I started. That's back when THFE first started up. Like, I remember when they had like 2,000 subscribers, and so like watching their stuff, especially Darth Human's mini games, like really inspired me to start making my own stuff. And so I'd say about that point was when I started getting into it. And then, like Robius, when Halo 4 came, that's when I could really sort of get into my stride.
Yeah.
So next question. By Forgetacular 2, which is apparently the home of Let's Plays in
Apparently
gaming.
so.
Good to know. Yeah. So the question is, with Halo receiving a decline in its amount of players, do you plan to branch the channel out to other games, apart from creating Race to the Finish Line videos?
Well, I'll let you start that one off there, because that's partly in relation to you, so I'll let you go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we have, for those of you who don't know, we've been doing First to the Finish Line as a series for a while, where we race to get to the end of a level fast as we can. I think all 3 of us have been in those.
I believe so.
I think,
yeah,
we all have. And they've been going pretty well, and I think the 7th episode is in the works now. And we're gonna
we need to make more.
Yeah, we're gonna keep on doing them, just as much as we can. And we've been talking a lot about what we're gonna do when next gen stuff comes out, because as we mentioned earlier, Halo is receiving the decline, in popularity, and so we are going to start branching out to other stuff. So there'll be an announcement coming out about that fairly soon, I assume.
Probably, yeah. And so for other series that I know, like, I mean, we've been doing Online Knights Play, Why You Should Play, What We Know. We've dabbled in a few other series, you know, minor stuff. Never anything consistent, but, you know, it's kind of dabbling, see what our audience thinks. And it's really the feedback that we get from you guys that helps us decide whether we keep pushing a series or not. Like, but I guess just due to certain reactions, we might cancel some stuff. But Griffin's new Titanfall channel, we're going to be sponsoring them in a sense.
What the hell was that?
Mom was talking.
Okay, then. Well, I was just saying, Griffin's new Titanfall channel. We're going to be sponsoring them, so there's going to be some Titanfall content being featured on our channel right now, and I could say quite confidently on next gen you can expect some Battlefield 4 stuff and probably some Assassin's Creed 4 stuff.
Call of Duty.
And JKR will be providing some Call of Duty, so there's going to be all sorts of things, and we will be exploring Halo 5 once that comes around.
But those of you who do still enjoy the Halo content, we'll probably keep that going for as long as we can, because we know there are still quite a few people that do like the map, like watching the map features. So we'll do at least like one of those.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so JKR, lead us to the next question.
All right, next question is Hank Hines. Ooh, that's nice. Hank Hines, he asked, "Do we like muffins?"
Yes, we do. Next question.
Okay, next question. Next question by
Muffins are awesome, especially chocolate ones and blueberry ones. They're awesome. Picture on screen now.
Chocolate muffins. Oh my god, that's good.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Yep. That answers the question.
So, all right. So the next question, yes, Lance. So, hey, it's Lance. Are you guys going to be making any Killzone Shadowfall videos when it releases? I think this question is better directed to JKR because, as far as I know, the other ones, including myself, are going to Xbox, right?
Yeah, I might do some stuff with that, but I don't know. I'm not really into that. I'm more into Call of Duty.
All right.
Because Killzone's more like Call of Duty and Battlefield mixed.
Okay.
So it's really intense, but they have small maps.
So that's a tentative note then, Lance. So we're not sure.
So it's a maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question.
I just read the next question. This is a question from Mnemonic Plague, and he asks, "Why am I in the majority of kills you get in your footage? With love."
I believe that might be directed to me.
Yeah. Well, I think, to be honest, Mnemonic, the reason is because, you know, you're just so absolutely terrible at Halo. Like, all the games you're in, you just die all the time. So it's very difficult.
I know we could just try to sugarcoat it, but to be honest, it's because you're bad.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, anyone watching this that knows him will know. He's
let's not be mean to poor Panunu. I think it's just because he tends to have a tendency to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. He's got that kind of appeal, and it happens over and over again. And because I like to use my best kills in my videos, and I tend to kill him a lot, it's only statistically natural that he pops up a lot in my videos.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you're complaining. 'Cause, I mean, you're getting attention.
I know he's probably one of the people in the most videos, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Right, from, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Gobius6, he asked, what would be the perfect burger?
A really, really big one.
I don't know. Probably one.
When it comes to burgers, like a big one is better.
Cells.
Yeah, I'm not too picky, to be honest. Just like anything like deluxe style would be awesome, but obviously no super size because we're not America. So.
America!
Oh, that's getting us some dislikes.
All right, so man, they're really into the food questions. I'll move us ahead there. From legendary ODST Studios, he asks, "Do you guys like any other YouTubers, i.e., Dan Bull, Nerd3, Angry Joe, etc.?" Who wants to start this one?
Billy D. Call of Duty guys, Battlefield guys. Oh, Doom 49. He's sick. PewDiePie.
PewDiePie, not him.
He's sick.
All right, well, H2AK0N.
Yeah, I mean, I watch a lot of Halo channels, like THFE, obviously I watch, and lots of other channels that do map features. Not into Team Epiphany. I'm not going to explain why here. That'll take too long.
Racist.
What? No. No, I'm not too into them, but I do watch a lot of Halo stuff, and I also watch quite a few Total War Let's Plays, especially with the release of Rome 2, because I'm just massively addicted to that franchise. So guys like Prince of Macedon and Lionheart, I watch a lot. I don't know, we'll probably link them in the description if we've remembered
If
to.
we remember. Well, for me, like I don't watch that much YouTube anymore. But when I was a little more into it, I used to watch Rooster Teeth a lot. I got into the trolling guys like, you know, Mr. Technical Difficulty and Minnesota Burns a lot. For some reason, I got really into that. But I think the only channel I've been watching recently was for Borderlands 2 Yolti Slayer. And it was actually really, really sad. He actually passed away just recently. And that was like pretty kind of like shocking for everything. And he was a great YouTuber and he's really going to be missed. But those are really the only channels I ever watched. Okay, well, we have another repeat question here. What made you start the channel? I think we already answered that. So we'll just move along.
Actually, it's by the same guy. He asks, is Griffin bad at Halo?
Wow.
If only he was here to answer that himself.
I know he would love that. But I wouldn't say he's bad at Halo, but I think he's better at Battlefield than he is at Halo. That's gonna. I think you should take that as a compliment. I think he excels in Battlefield. And
yeah, from what I've seen, he's a beast on Battlefield. Yeah, I don't think I've played enough Halo with him to know how good he is. You can probably just like check him on Halo Waypoint and see his stats, if that counts for anything.
All right, so JKR, want to wrap this up for us?
Yeah, next question is by Anthony. He asked, what really makes the biggest difference between getting featured or passed when submitting maps? Robius.
Well, for me, it's like a mix between gameplay and aesthetics. I tend to be a little more lenient when it comes to aesthetics, though, because I kind of feel gameplay is like the most important element. But I'll usually play test a map like a few times before featuring it, and when I do, I get like the overall perspective of the lobby and, you know, my own opinions on everything. And sometimes for certain maps, they get close to being featured, but there's just like one unsurpassable flaw. So we like I don't know if you guys remember at the very beginning, we used to message the map makers to tell them about the flaws there and try to get them to fix it and all. But ever since, like, it's kind of exploded there, it's gotten a lot harder to get in touch with people. But that's kind of my criteria for, like, you know, getting it featured or passed. It can be very slim sometimes, and I wish I could get back to them and help them with that. But it's very time consuming, unfortunately. So I'll let H2AK0N share his thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, for me, what happens a lot of the time is people submitting maps that aren't, I don't know, complete or finished yet, where there's like stuff that needs to be added to them. Or there'll be times when people will submit maps to us, we'll test them, and then they'll send us an updated version, which is annoying. Or even better, like we feature the map, and then they update the version. You know who I'm talking to, whoever's watching this. But yeah, so like, if you send a map in, make sure that it's your final version and you're happy with it, because if it's not complete, then it just causes hassle for us a lot of the time. Yeah. And I definitely agree with what Robius said about, you know, gameplay is very important, aesthetics as well. Like, a good-looking map will always appeal to people, like, even if the gameplay isn't that amazing. And I think the one thing, like, above and beyond is always try and do something new. So, like, we've seen, like, countless Crash Up Derby maps, Duck Hunt stuff. It's the same stuff over and over again. So, like, when people can come up with something new and interesting, then that gets a feature.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think that about wraps it up. We've gone through all the questions. We didn't even get that many, and we managed to stretch the hell out of it when you think about it. I might have to cut down on some of the questions depending on the video length there, but I'll do my best to, you know, make it concise and interesting. So thank you guys for tuning in and listening to our answers to your questions. This is going to wrap up the anniversary event there, so thank you guys for watching. Is there anything you two want to add?
Oh, I just realized something.
What?
I got the answer to what would be the perfect burger.
Oh god, what?
If we had a muffin burger.
Oh god.
Muffin
We
burger.
established that muffins were awesome, so muffin plus burger must equal awesome.
Of course, good plus good can only equal better.
Exactly.
Alright, well, with that wonderful scientific conclusion, JKR, is there anything you want to add? Alright, well, I guess that's a wrap from the OnlineKnights team. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
See ya.